Talbot and George House, John was part of a large family. He was among brothers George, Robert, Dwight, and Ronald, and two sisters, Anne and Helen. Jack attended School 14 in Troy. Along with attending school as a teenager, Jack worked as a machinist at the Waterville Arsenal. While still just 17, Jack entered the United States Navy on May 4th, 1944. Jack was trained at the Naval Training Operations in Sampson, New York, and in Boston, Massachusetts. On August 1st, 1944, Jack became part of the crew of the USS Zircon. The USS Zircon was a unique part of the naval fleet. The Zircon was originally built in 1929 as a private yacht and named the Dakota. The Dakota was obtained by the Navy in December 1940, 1 year before the start of the U.S. involvement in World War II. After purchase, the Dakota was designated as a patrol yacht and subsequently outfitted for naval service and officially commissioned in March 1941. Thus, the USS Zircon was initially used to train officers in use of anti-aircraft and machine guns and to help escort ships between New York City and Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. During Jack's service on the USS Zircon, the ship operated out of the Boston Harbor, sailing in the North Atlantic, providing weather and logistical information also. The USS Zircon also would have assisted in escorts of ships and mercantile vessels in the North Atlantic, along with escorts between New York and Cuba. Even during the late stages of the war, there was the possibility of German U-boat activity in the North Atlantic, making missions such as those undertaken by the USS Zircon somewhat risky. The Zircon also served as a designated relief flagship for the Commander-in-Chief for the U.S. Atlantic Fleet based out of Philadelphia, a rank the Zircon would carry through the rest of the war. Following the war, the Zircon was decommissioned and sold as surplus. 1 month after the Japanese surrender that ended World War II, and having attained the rank of Seaman First Class, Jack was honorably discharged from the Navy on September 4th, 1945. Just a few short months later, on January 18th, 1946, he married Vera. During their more than 50 years of marriage, he and Vera became parents to 3 daughters, Patricia, Susan, and Joanne, 12 grandchildren, 14 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-grandchild. He eventually began work as a machinist at the Waterville Arsenal. Like many veterans of World War II, Jack became involved in the community. Settling in Schaghticoke, he was a charter member of the Hoosick Valley Rescue, a member of the Hoosick Valley Fife and Drum Corps, a 46-year member of the American Legion Post 731, a 40-plus year member of the Tri-County Banjo Band, and member of the United Presbyterian Church of Schaghticoke, and twice selected as Hoosick Valley Senior Citizen of the Year. Jack was known for his sense of humor, love of photography, music, and sports. He enjoyed ice skating, swimming, and diving, fishing, bowling, and golf. Most of all, he was devoted to his large and talented family. Sadly, Jack passed away at the age of 83 on March 6, 2011, after a battle with a rare skin cancer. He was surrounded by members of his family when he passed at Massachusetts General Hospital. Today, we remember the service of John and recognize his contributions during World War II in protecting our freedom and safeguarding our way of life. We also recognize that as a member of what is known as the Greatest Generation, Jack continued his service to our country and was a valued member of this community, serving in a number of organizations that contribute to our quality of life. So we thank Jack for his service, thank his family for joining us today, and allowing us to honor him. Thank you.